3, 5 root 3, and just subtract that, we'd end up with 4, 7, 2, 4, 7, 2. So you can see this is a reduced D shape up here, okay, because C goes to D again. All right, so up there we have the, that part of it, and the 4, 7, 2. It just pays to learn these shapes as what they are, because as I said before, what makes any shape anything? 6, the G shape, root 3, 5, root 3, 5. Well, what makes the shape is how many notes are on the finger bar or on the fretboard. That helps. Where you're starting from, where's the root, that kind of thing. So the shape defines itself. It pays to just learn the half diminished shapes, the 5 shapes, and then how are you going to make a 7th substitution when you go to a half shape, or how are you going to break those shapes up into groups of 3 and 4 strings, and just memorize them and say that's the shape of the half diminished. Okay, here I had to add this in. Pike is the 7th. So here we have pike means the 7th. It could be a dominant 7th. It could be a minor 7th. It could be a half diminished 7th. It could be a major 7th. Alright? We just have the 5th substitute. They have the half shape dominant here. These are minor 7ths here. They're all minor 7ths in the minors. I don't see any other half shapes. Here we have a half shape in the Lydian box. Let's look at it. So we've got the A in the Lydian box is 5 root 3. That's nice. But we also have a C. The problem is, if we're doing a Lydian scale, let's put the capo on the 4th so we know where we're at. Now the capo's on the white note here. Here's your green E. Okay. We can't play a regular C shape. It's not the same. Okay, we're going to make some bad notes if we try to play it over the capo. Right? So we're going to have to make a half shape. So we've got, what's the 7th that we're going to hit is the B. Alright, are we going to be able to substitute that? 5 root 3. We don't get that. We're not going to get that 5th either. So there it is. There's your Lydian box there. We've got C pike there. Okay, we're back. We're looking at the Lydian box, and we're looking at C pike here, which is the half shaped C here, but in this case in the major root, because in the Lydian box 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our Lydian box, 4, 5, 6. You can call it anywhere, any note you can just start 4, 5, 6. But we're starting on the F in the key of C, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4. So that's this. That's this. Okay. So that's the box we're in. How are we going to do that? Of course, we've got with root 3, 5 now. Okay, we just want to take a look. They've got root 3, 5. This is the root 3, 5 Ionian box, and back keep it boxed like that. Our root 3, 5 is in the A shape over here. We have a full A shape up here. This is why the Lydian box is pretty cool. But the half-shaped C chord is going to be 5 root 3, and then we're going to want to hit that 7, because we've got a regular old little E shape down here. Okay, that's the same as this one. okay? So we've got these 3 down here. Now we have to change fingers. We're going to want that 7. We have the open root. The only thing we don't want to hit is the top open string, unless you want to do the top half of that. Okay? And again, my fingers are a little out of tune. So that is the other case here. This is a repeat of the dominant. That's just the dominant from the E box. It would be a B dominant half shape in the key of E, real E. Okay, sounds like church, doesn't it? Okay, let's zoom out. We explored the pike half positions. That mostly they're going to be minors in our little circles here. One thing we tend not to do enough of is playing out these things. Now notice, let's take a look at the G here. We go around, let's say, to the third of the G shape in the key of C. It'd be E minor. We have a half C shape. Okay, now let's talk about that half C shape. All right, so we're in the G box now. I want to put the capo on the 6. A is the 6th of C. Okay, but that gives us the G shape because E is the 6th of G. That's why we want to talk about is the half C shape here. All right, is going to be difficult. It's going to be a C minor shape. So what we're really going to do is these 2 right here and these 2 right here. What have we selected here? Okay, we've got this. Remember, in the half C shape, we're going to go down to here to 3, 5, 7. So we've selected the 7, the 3. We have an open 5. We have 2 is the 7th of the 3rd. Okay, so we have that 2. Now, what else do we have? We have another open string, which is the 3, and then the 7th. That is your C minor half shape E minor 7th. Now, of course, we go to a full A minor there, which you're going to bar on the 7th. We could play a A minor 7th there so you can tell the same sound. Okay, once again, there's your E minor shapes in the Phrygian, E minor, the Phrygian. Okay, now talk about what pentatonic we would use in the G box there. Okay, we're going to substitute its 5th, so the 5th of G is D, and then so we're always going to the 5th, but then we're doing a caged here. Now let me show you something before I go showing off about these pentatonics, which are easy to play off of the chart. I want to show you that this is going in pentatonic. G, A, C, okay, C major, D, E, E to G. That's pentatonic. But anytime we're going A, G, or C, A, that's going in caged. G, E, that's pentatonic backwards. A to G, pentatonic backwards. C to A, pentatonic backwards. Okay? This C to A major. D to C, pentatonic backwards. Alright? So anytime we're going to the right here, it's in the word cage. You can see the word cage being spelled out. C-A-G-E. D, C. There's even a D, C, right? There's D, C. It starts the word caged over again anytime. That's important to know. Let's talk a little bit about the pattern stack here. These are the long string shapes here. 5, 6, 7 is the A5 string shape. That's our Mixolydian string shape. 5, 6, 7. Okay, if you wanted to play it in E, it'd be B, C sharp, D sharp. Which would be like a B7. Alright. We've got the RE string shape. It says ER, but it's really, you can call it the RE or the ER depending on what makes it easier for you. That's the root string shape. In the key of E, it would be E, F sharp, G sharp. Okay, then we have the Lydian string shape, 4, 5, 6. Alright, and so on. And then we go into the shorts. Okay, and then back to the longs here. Alright, the short string shape is A there when we want to do our pentatonic shorts. Hey, that's about all we have time for today. It's been a great lesson today. I hope you guys are kind of, learning some of this stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep following Andy's Free Guitar Chart videos on Facebook or on YouTube. Follow these methods of mine, and you're going to be the best guitar player you've ever thought you'd ever be. I know you can.